good day, everyone. Thank you guys for coming through. Especially with the rain and stuff. I appreciate everyone coming through. It's 4 crowd. It's going to be great. Cool. So it's going to be about flow, and I'll try to chat about every song I play, the flow stuff that I like that the drummers use. I took a bit of a chance with the songs that I chose. It's kind of new to me. It's something I've been working on, so my flow itself might be good at times. So yeah, thank you guys for coming through. And the first song is a song by Porcupine Tree, Kevin Harrison on drums, and the song's in 7, and I'll speak to you about how he makes the groove flow. Awesome, good day, sir.
One of the Awesome. Thank you, guys. Yeah, that's like one of the first songs I think of when I think of Gavin Harrison. I don't know if you guys went to check him when he was here. That was like the opening song he played, and I was like, oh, so killer. So in that song specifically, if we're talking about flow, it's difficult to say what flow is. Just like anything, after diving deep after all the years into any concept, it's difficult to pinpoint exactly what something can be, because if we look at metal drumming and we're looking at the flow there, everything is very one dynamic. The fills are all loud. There's not really accents, and everything is just one thing. Okay. If we look at like gospel chops, which is a bit more what I do, it's very spiky in terms of flow. So a lot of accent notes and then a few non-accented notes, and that's how it goes in most of it. If you look at jazz, it's also not gospel chops, but also a bit more spiky, but there's a flow to it. There's more dynamics and different subdivision rates and stuff like that. So it's difficult to pinpoint what it is. But if we think about what flow is, I would say the main thing is uninterrupted. So in that little section there in the middle where I kind of chopped a little bit, there was an idea I was going for and I was missing it completely. I wasn't nailing it at all. And so that was not flowing for me. Otherwise, the rest of the parts I would say was flowing. There was moments, but it was kind of, the flow was good. So if we break down that groove, this constant makes the groove not feel like it's in 7, but it is actually in 7. But it's a bigger number. They're playing almost like a 7/4 over a 7/8. And that's what the flow would be for me in this song. And the chorus is in 4. Same thing, the bar would go. So when Gavin Harrison decided to do that, he obviously kept over the 7 part and over the 4 part, which makes it flow nice. Then, how long have we've been playing for? Anywhere from 0 to 5 years. Okay, anyone playing more? Cool, great. So when I look at rudiments, if we're not worried about flams, we're not talking about flams, we're not talking about buzz rolls, we're just talking about paradiddles, double strokes, single strokes, most of the stuff that you guys probably worked with. And if you think of the word paradiddle, when I first heard paradiddle, it didn't really make sense to me, whoever came up with that name. Singles make sense, each hand plays a single note. Doubles make sense, each hand plays a double note. So paradiddle, the easiest way for me to think of it is para, if you break up the word itself. Para means singles, diddle means doubles. So I'm going to say it while I play it. So it'll go. That would be para. And then diddle would be the double. So let's just say I'll play the para. I'm going to play all the paras, so the singles on the snare drum. So it'll be. I'll put my right diddle on the floor tom, my left diddle on the first tom. Okay, so. Okay, so that would be a paradiddle. If we look at another rudiment called a paradiddle-diddle, makes sense. Because, once again, I'm going to say it while I play it. It's called a paradiddle-diddle. So, para, diddle, all makes sense. Okay? But then, who was ever in charge of naming the rudiments called a double paradiddle, and not a paradiddle, which makes way more sense. So, let me play that quickly. Okay, so if you guys want to get comfortable with improvising, we can go like this. I'm going to play patterns for as long as I want to. Okay. whenever I say diddle, I'll play a diddle on the top, okay? And the only main rule here is if a right hand plays a diddle, the next diddle must be with the left hand. Otherwise we invert it, but we'll get to that now. So if I play a diddle with the right hand, the next diddle must be with the left hand. Does that make sense? Any questions? So, for me, I've never been a fan of putting too many doubles on toms. In a jazz context, it's different. The drums are tuned higher, but with the drums I play, this is also a little bit higher than what I would play normally, but I'm not really going to be playing doubles around the toms that much. So, if we swap the concept around, we play diddles on the snare, and put the paras or the singles on toms. It'll sound like this. So all diddles on snare. Right, right, left, left. That was a mistake. I'll put my right hand here, left hand here again. Thanks, boo. Anyone who knows Keith Carlock? Okay. So Keith Carlock, he's the drummer that plays like this. It's like a very unique way of playing, super loose. And one of his signature fills is he goes like this. And the only difference he's doing there is when he leaves, he's not doing it in the same place all the time, but he's playing two notes with his kick. So let's just say we play pa-ra, so it'll be pa-ra with singles, two diddles, so diddle, diddle, and then two kicks. Diddle on the kick. And then, like most rudiments, it's just singles and doubles. So whenever you have a rudiment and there's a single and a double, you can just choose which one you want to double. Okay, there's a little bit of a word switch there, but just say I want to double just this part. Maybe I don't want to play double the kicks, maybe I want to double forehand. So that's just using these two toms. I'm not always the biggest fan of the voicing going like this, so let's just say I do it. I'll just improvise something the way I would play it. So now I'll be playing some of the singles on the same tom and not splitting it. So it'll be. Different combinations. Okay. Then for a lot of you, I'm sure that will be quite a lot to work on already. Okay. But obviously the same voicing of two loud notes and everything else being soft is maybe not what you're looking for. So let's take another stick in. This is a stick in that's extremely popular. Okay, kick right, left. Okay. So for me, if you replace that kick with the right hand, it's just a double. They're just substituting one of the notes. So I can go. Okay, let's just say I want to do double my right double. So and go. It wouldn't be a double anymore, but I want to use the same concept with a kick. I could go. Or actually just a double with the substitution. And that's how you would break away from the same old two voicings with the hands. Then the other one would be, if you, with all the rudiments that you guys can play, or all the licks you can play. For those of you that know that stick in, know that the next add-on would be this. Two singles. Every single rudiment that you can play has some sort of an add-on. Okay, so paradiddle, like we said. Double the toms. Double the double, so. And once again, that's basically just paradiddle diddle or double paradiddle. But it's all built, it's literally just all built on that. Then if we're talking about flow, and we look at basically all rudiments are singles and doubles, and all rudiments can have a normal version and an inverted version. The inverted version, most of the times, flows a bit more. So for doubles, this would be normal. So the accent will always be on the first two, if it's in 16th note. So it will be the downbeat and then the upbeat. Inverted would be the upbeat and then the downbeat. Once again, take the same concept, inverted. In my opinion, it flows way better that way. So that's basically how, in my opinion, how you can get a lot out of 16th notes. So any subdivision that's even. If we play in an uneven subdivision, changes a little bit, because now doubling the 2 could make you play like a 4/3 type of thing. Okay, so let's just say I play a paradiddle, but in triplets. It'll be like this. So I'll first identify what triplets are. So triplets. So it'll be 3 per pulse, or 3 per beat. So now playing a paradiddle won't sound as friendly to the ear. If you play it long enough, it doesn't sound too bad, but if you're getting started with it, it definitely sounds a bit different. So it'll be... I have to improvise with these, so... faster. As you can hear, it sounds a little bit, it's not as friendly to the ear. That's why I say it's a simple concept, but there's definitely more complex ideas and phrasings that you can get with it. When it comes to triplets or sextuplets, 3 would be the add-on. So let's just say we take in 6-stroke roll, so right, left, left, right, right, left. It'll be like this. I'll put the singles on the toms again, doubles on the snare. So if you break that rudiment up, right, left being one chunk, and right, left being the second one, you can double different parts of it. So I'll double the right, left. Okay, so that works much better than the even numbers did. So this would be a 9-note grouping, which will fit anything 3, 6, 9, 12. All of those numbers will fit in a triplet context. So now double the second half which would be right, left. So it'll be right, left, first chunk, second chunk, right, left, and then 2 of them. And now when it comes to flowing, what helps me a lot, I don't know if you guys know JP Bouvet. JP Bouvet, for me, has the best concepts I've ever heard people speak about. These concepts are so easy to understand. And one of the things he always says is to think simple thoughts, but to create different, like more advanced sounding things, even though the thought process is simple. So once you learn these things individually, then start messing around with it. So let's just say, I'll improvise a bit with what I just did. And now, while I'm doing these, I could think of something else I would want to play. Maybe it has nothing to do with this, maybe it does, but this could be something that I can build upon. So check it out. That's me adding other stuff. But the simple, I kind of like keeping singles on toms, diddles on the snare, just so that it's easy for me to visualize it. Then, so that's basically it. So we have singles and doubles. For those of you who came in a little bit late, singles like this. Play them all around. In triplets, it's always 3. Okay? That's just with that information, it's actually endless. There's not much more. You see some of the scary players that will do 3 notes per hand on the same hand, which is great, but it's they're anyway not doing it that long. It'll be like a little wow moment. But most of it will be singles and doubles. And then flams, which is all other thing, but we're not going to dive into that yet, or today. So we're going to do, it's only singles, doubles. And then every version has an inverted version. Okay, so if we take a padded diddle diddle, right, left, right, left, left. The inverted version would actually just be a 6-stroke roll, because the accents will land before the downbeat. Okay. Does that make sense? It's kind of, it's a bit more difficult, I guess, to apply, but start simple. Choose an even number of single strokes and an even number of double strokes if you're playing in a normal context. So say right, left, right, left, left, which would be a paradiddle. But if you just look at the chunks that it is, it's actually just singles and doubles. Don't worry about the inverted versions yet. If you're not there yet, just do straight first. Okay? Any questions? Does anyone have any sort of a favorite lick? Any lick that you like playing? Not like a whole 16-bar ever-changing lick, just like a little chunk. Anything? Anyone? Nothing? Okay, let's just take like a classic metal, like a metal type of fill. Okay? 2 on the hands, 2 on the feet. Inverted version, start with a single, let the accent fall before the downbeat and on the downbeat. Okay? So this is normal. Inverted. Once again, I can't play double bass, but I could double up the kick and play 4 notes on my kick drum, but I'm not doing that. But I can double up on the hands, so I can do 2 on the hands, 2 on the feet, or I can do 4 on the hands, 2 on the feet. All doing singles on the hands. 2 on the hands, 2 on the feet. 4 on the hands, 2 on the feet. So now, even though that is used a lot in metal, if you mess around with the accent, so let's just say the group of 4, we do this instead. So now we're going from this to okay. What's great about singles is you actually have all the options of accenting notes. With a double, most of the times people don't worry about accenting the second note or accenting the first note because there's a limit to how fast you can play it, first of all. And as people, if you haven't been playing too long, it's difficult in itself just to accent one of the notes. So with singles, always think of singles as a way to accent. Me and Steph, we're talking about paradiddles now. If you look at a paradiddle, there's 2 single notes. Don't worry about accenting the doubles. Keep the doubles quiet, and accent just. You can choose which one of the singles you want to accent. So I'm first going to accent the first right, the first left, or the first right of the first paradiddle. Second, I'll explain now. When I play it will make a bit more sense. So most of you guys can probably do this. Okay, let's accent the second single of each group of 4. And now that you have that, now you can randomly select if you want to do a right or a left. So if you put in time, it can sound something like this. So what I would say is take any sticking you like, any sticking that you're comfortable with, and try to identify where there's singles and where there's doubles, and where you can make the doubles more or make the singles more. And then you can get way more out of just one sticking. And then with whatever other stickings you learn, just try to see that it's actually just the same. It's just a different combination of it. It's most of the times the same thing, okay? That's mainly that. Any questions? Then I'll play my next track. The next track I'm playing will be a Chon song. Okay? So I don't know who knows Brian Evans. Anyone know Brian Evans? Okay. So Brian Evans is just, he's a character in himself, but his playing is amazing. His flow is quite a bit different from Gavin Harrison. Gavin Harrison's flow, I'd say, is a bit more easier to listen to, where Brian Evans is playing a whole bunch of different things, okay? So what I would say is very important with flow is, if I was to do any of these things I just showed you now, I would probably not do it for 2 minutes straight. I would use a chunk of it and add it in. But I need to have something that I can always go back to that doesn't take a lot of brain power. So let's just say you're just starting out and you are comfortable doing something like this. If there was another tom there, you could do like 4 per drum. That could be something you're comfortable with, okay? Let's just say you get comfortable with doing a variation of it, so which is literally just moving singles around. Let's just say you haven't even touched doubles yet, and you're comfortable doing singles. Then just for a moment think of doing doubles and add doubles in, and then go back to what you're comfortable with. But you have to, once again, let's just say I learn how to do the Phil Collins fill. Okay, let's just say I can go. This is now a very extreme example, but I'll play material that I can already play, and then I'll go to that. So I'll do something like this. So all that stuff in between, I'm not really thinking too much of what I'm doing because I've practiced that a lot. So I have some sort of a familiar ground that I can always go back to. So I would definitely say that's useful. So yeah, that's a bit more of what the next drummer would do. He would very seldom probably play the same thing. It would be a lot of different things happening, okay? This next song, I've kind of taken a chance with the drum clinic. It's the weirdest thing. It's like you have so many options of what song to choose. Where normally a guy books you and he says, learn 10 songs, and those are the songs you have to learn. You don't have a choice, you learn it, and you do it as best as you can. When you have the choice to choose, it's like, what do I choose? Me personally, most of the songs I work on is songs for artists or for bands I play with, and when I'm not working on them on their songs, I'll be working on concepts. I won't always be playing with music, so it's difficult for me to just say, oh, I'll just do those 3 songs I've been playing forever. So this is one song that's quite challenging for myself. So yeah, here it goes. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. So that song, for example, the main part of the song is in 5. Then it goes to 3 later on. And then even with the 3, there's like a solid 3, and then there's like a more like a halftime version. So I didn't do it as well as I would like, but there's changeover. So let's just say this is something I've learned from a few guys, specifically this song and then another chant song, but with Matt Gardsko on drums, where if one section's straight and the next section is a bit more swung or triplets or any uneven number, the full going from the straight to the next one doesn't have to be a setup, but it could be a setup. So let's just say the one section which was very busy went like this. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then it goes more half time. Even that groove, if you just look at that groove, all just based on inverted doubles, and then replacing some notes with a kick. Once again, just singles or doubles. But then it goes from that to the same concept of 3 and then a half time, but then it's more triplet feel. So, first one. Second one. In the half time. So, I'm not sure if I've done it, but like a cool transition could be if I play slow. The next section. It makes it a bit more smoother, but it doesn't have to be like that. Once again, it's not always this is right, this is wrong, but it's a cool way to approach it. And then going from the triplet feel, the half time, you go straight. Then you can go. So there I try to, midway through my triplet feel, go straight so that it sets up the next section. It's a bit more of a, it's going to be a bit tricky if you haven't been playing for too long to think of those things, but I'm just trying to think of, it kind of makes it sound uninterrupted. Sometimes going from one section to another section that has a different feel, as a drummer we can set up the next feel for the band. Okay. So that's mainly that. So let's quickly talk about, I'll figure out how many it is. It's about 3 or 4 different things that we can do with stuff that we can already play. So let's just say we take a triplet or group of 3, but we can play it in triplets as right, left, left. So we go like this. Okay, first thing we can do is play with the dynamics. So make the 2 left soft and the right loud. So like this. Okay. So take whatever sticking you have, make most of the times. Make all the double notes softer, single notes louder. Then we can work on orchestration. So let's just move the right hand around. Okay, next one would be substitution. So now, instead of playing the right hand with the right hand, I'm going to play with the foot. So, or my right foot. So like this. Play it a bit more up to speed. You can get a lot out of that. Once again, you could move the left hand as well, but it's not something I would personally do too much, just because I like my details on the snare, but you could go something like this. And then there's other things, but don't have enough time to really dive into the rest of it. So that's basically it. I'm gonna play. I have one more song to play, as well as I'll play a short little drum solo at the end. Is there anything you guys want to know? Anything? Nothing? Anything? If you maybe this is a bit too much. Maybe it's a bit over the head. It's okay. There's a lot of you can get a lot out of simple things. That's why I'm actually just, the point of this is just to make you realize that even the advanced things that guys are playing is just singles and doubles, except for flams and bias rolls, but those are other things. One more thing I want to say quickly is knowing what numbers to work with. Okay, if we're playing 16th notes, meaning there's 16 notes in a bar, so this is my 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, which would be your 16 notes. When you get started out, most of the times you play 4 notes per beat, so it'll be like this. A cool way to do it, let's just say you want to break out of that and you want to start playing 6 notes. So let's just say I'm going to do 2 on the rack tom and 4 on the snare. Also in this. If you keep it going, it's obviously a larger phrase than what 16 notes allow. So to know what numbers you work with, so for me the best combination in 16th notes would be 6, 6, 4. 6, 12, if you add 2 6s, and you have 4 notes left to make it 16 notes. So let's just say I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do 2 of them, and then just 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll sound something like this. Okay, so that way you can start not playing every single different tone and sound that you play on the beat. That's a bit more easier to listen to. It's a bit over the bar, but you add that 4 notes to bring it back. Okay, we can do the same. Let's just say I play, okay, it might be a lot now, but a paradiddle diddle, 6 notes, 2 of them, 1 paradiddle. So here's the 6 notes. Switch the hand, but once again, it brings itself back to land on the 1. So that would be for anything like 16 notes. If you're playing triplets, exactly like I said, they have 6 notes first, because 6 notes or 3 notes fit well, and then if you just double 1 of the 3, you make it 9. And 9 is the easiest one to break out of, so that it doesn't sound like the same monotonous thing, where it's a little bit over the bar line, but not too much. Okay. So for example, I'll do 3, I'll do 6, and then I'll do a 9. So this would be 3 with triplets, 1. Different combinations of singles and doubles. If you get the right combination, let's just say you do 3 singles and 2 doubles, or one set of doubles, so it'll be 5 notes. No one's diving into that, maybe ever, and especially if you're not playing for long, you're not doing 5s and 7s. Okay, so the next way to break out to not sound too basic, if I can say it like that, is that. Otherwise, I'll play my last song. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. It is my first Barthen's clinic. I've been watching guys forever do this stuff. The man at the back of the corner is doing a clinic. I'm not sure what's the date. 24th. Please support. What branch is that one? What branch is that one? Plumstead. And then there's guys like Morne Hofmeester, which I remember just starting out to play drums and watching Morne, watching Darren Peterson, Adrian, Jason Oosthuizen, and all these guys. So it's really great. Thank you, Stafford. Stafford supplied this amazing Tama kit. This amazing kit. Sounds great. So yeah, he's really went out of his way recording the whole show. Got sound set up here. I'm using all of his gear. So thank you. Bartons has been doing these clinics for forever, for a long time. And there's not a lot of places doing it. And me and Stafford have been Instagram buddies for a while, but we've only literally seen each other and spoken once. And he gave me the opportunity to do a clinic like this. So I really thank you. Thank you. And then, I'm glad that you guys came through. I do teach, if you guys are interested. I used to do it on a very small scale. Now, very recently, we're doing it a lot more, so I'm becoming way better at the art of teaching. My teaching styles are not always exactly the same. I do try to break things up a lot. So I like getting a lot out of simple things. So even with this. So if you guys want to learn more, I have to punt myself a little bit, just a little bit. If you guys want to know anything more, otherwise this song is a Radiohead song. Aaron Spears used to play this song like a madman, and he used to do it quite a lot. So if you want to see any version better than mine, go check Aaron Spears's. This song's also another song in 5. So far I'm quite impressed with myself. I haven't messed it up, so let me not speak too soon. But this one is also in 5. And I just use the opportunity mainly to do something that I'm not too comfortable with in front of people, because I smash it at home and then I do it in front of people and it never goes well. So thank you guys so much for coming out. And if you want to chat to me, I'll be here afterwards. Awesome. Thank you guys.